Hello, good day everyone. Welcome to the 2025 EdTech or International Conference on Education and Learning Technology. I'm Professor Dr. Noor Hanim Rahmat from Academy of Language Studies, University Technology Mara or UiTM, Shah Alam, Malaysia. The title of my keynote today is Digital Technology in Education, How Much Have They Impacted Learning? Before we begin, let's look at our menu for today. We are not eating. All right, okay. The first one is I'm going to bring you down to memory lane on teaching, at least from where I started in the 1980s, 1990s, all right? And I'm also going to discuss what is digital technology. Then I will go on to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly in digital technology. And we'll moving forward to learning in digital age. Then I'll just introduce a little bit about theories that support digital technology and learning. And finally, I normally for my keynote speech, I would like to end my keynote with giving the audience some suggested area of research for my talk. So for today is suggested area of research for digital technology. Let's begin. All right, down memory lane. I started teaching way back in the 1980s, all right, but in universities in 1990s, all right. So I've seen lots of changes, all right. Of course, I started learning, and during that time, I even started teaching using the blackboard, the green board, the blackboard, all right. And we use a lot of just chalk and top, all right. Then later in the 1990s, I don't know, maybe some of you remember this, the projector, all right. It's a big bulky thing, all right. Usually it will be in the, what do we call that room? In the special classroom, or we'll have to carry it very big and bulky. And we use the transparencies to teach, right? Okay, so that will be in the 1990s. Libraries during those time, they look like this. I remember sometimes I would go to the library to read newspapers, so I don't have to buy them, all right? And we have the bulky computers. During research back then, I remember carrying books from the library, and it's like, yeah, when as a student at that time, it would be something to be proud of, carrying lots of books from the library. We would purposely not put in our backpack, we want to carry out so that people will see us as the learned ones. Oh yes, I don't know how many of you have gone through this during the me, that a hand there, right? Okay. How many of you have gone through this doing assignment using the typewriter? You make a mistake, you have to take out your paper and start all over again, all right? Yes, I went through that. All right, and back then computers was very expensive. So yes, I think 1990s I was still using typewriter. Then you have this electronic typewriter that can save, I think, and yeah, finally the computer. I think the young audience right now, maybe they see the typewriter in the museum. All right, so what is digital technology in education? Okay, it is actually use of electronic devices, tools, and even platforms that enhance teaching and learning, such as online libraries. Now is apps, you use your phone and you carry it wherever you go, and even virtual classrooms, what we're having right now. All right, digital technologies can help create more inclusive learning environments. All right, anyone can attend the classroom from anywhere, and also if it's recorded at any time, and improve access to educational resources. So what is digital technology in education? Examples will include computers and smartphones. We are used to that, all right? And I think some people are actually writing on their smartphones. online games, yes, video on demands, all right. I think many of us now, we don't know any particular topic. I think we will actually go video on demand. We'll go to YouTube's, and we will just type whatever that we want to find out. Digital learning, it can take in the form of a blog. We read other people's blog. An app, I think time and time we see lots the invention of many apps, all right, video and real-time lecture. Seminar or even just audio file includes at least one piece of technology, at least a computer, laptop, or even a mobile phone. I think our students these days are even comfortable using a mobile phone for their online classes. We move on to, I found this in the internet. I kind of like the title, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly in Digital Technology. Okay, I'll just touch a little bit on the good angle. There are lots of good actually. The bad angle and also the ugly angle. They're almost the same, but a little bit differences there, right? So let's go. All right, the good angle. All right, positive effects of using technology. All right, there are lots of positive impacts of technology right now. All right, okay. Increase access to information and resources. We don't have to find our free time to go to the library anymore. We don't have to wait for the library to open during office hours. All right, student can gain access to a vast array of information and education resources through digital library, online platform, and educational apps. It's very easy. Next, another positive impact is global connectivity and collaboration, what we're having right now. All right, you can attend conferences from any parts of the world, and it's like as if you are there. Technology facilitates global connectivity within the classroom, enabling students, participants to collaborate with peers, with colleagues from different locations and learn from diverse perspectives. All right. Innovative assessment methods. Yes, it because everyone is using it. All right. So we are beginning to become very innovative with how we learn and how we will assess as teachers or as students, how we are assessed. So technology enables innovative assessment methods such as online quizzes, interactive assignments, and digital portfolios, which allow for more flexible and engaging evaluation. All right. And next one is improve efficiency and organization. Technology can streamline teaching processes, manage workloads, and enhance organizing of learning materials. I personally agree that online learning facilitates learners, but I think on the part of the educator, we need to be organized, and there's a lot of planning to do. All right. Another more positive impacts: enhance learning experience. Students can learn from anywhere. Previously, maybe just a laptop, now from tabs and even handphones. Very easy, just carry your handphone and you can learn. And you can attend classes even via handphones. Sometimes when you give online classes, when students actually don't cover what they have behind, you can see them attending a class in cafeterias, in cafes, in a car. All right. Efficiency and organization. Digital technologies improve efficiency and organization for educators and students. All right. We educators plan our class well so that the online learning will facilitate the learners. It will be easy for them to get the information, and students will have to be organized, and so that they can get their lessons well. Digital collaboration helps students to be part of interactive learning experience and increases knowledge retention. Here we are, okay, in the online mode. All right, okay, and I'm recording this speech. All right, and we are collaborating already. All right, and I think this is an amazing amazing impact of technology, which many may not have thought about it because last time conferences were just face to face. Gamification of learning. Gamification makes learning more engaging, motivating, and enjoyable. Many of my colleagues, um, for difficult topics, some are very creative. They put gamification in some difficult topics, and students will end up enjoying the learning, and it helps them understand better and remember better. Personalized feedback and progress tracking. Educators, we can check our students' progress and provide personalized feedback. Anything good? Yes, we'll be balanced with some bad angle. All right, let's look at some of the bad angle. All right, there are some challenges. Digital divide and access. All right, unequal access to technology. I think some countries maybe may not get certain apps. All right, or certain access, or even the internet connectivity, and that might create inequalities in education. All right, it's not by choice, it may be they're not able to access the information. Number two, technology dependency. We become so attached to technology, have to admit. All right, sometimes we feel that as if the internet is not working, the class won't go on so well. All right, okay, and everything gets interrupted because we depend on it. Oh, what if the internet is not good? What if there's something with my laptop? What if I forgot to charge my device? So we become very dependent. Distraction and misinformation. Yes, for technology, especially when it's online learning. Sometimes as educators, we often wonder, when students are on the other side and you can't even see their face, are they really listening to you? Are you listening to me right now? All right, technology can be a source of distraction for students, and access to reliable information can lead to misinformation. You could be listening to me right now, and your laptop, there are windows on your laptop, and you're actually reading something else on your laptop. Privacy concerns, yes. The use of technology in education raises concerns about data privacy and student security. Some more challenges: the need for digital literacy and training. Old people like me, all right, we have to constantly attend courses so that we keep up to date with digital literacy. There's always a new app to get accustomed to, all right, a new platform to get used to. All right, so educators and students require adequate training. I'm one of that, and support to effectively integrate technology into the learning process. I mean, just a little bit of story when the beginning of the COVID, when we had no choice and we had to have our class online. All right, I remember me and my not very young colleagues at that time. We tried Zoom and Gmeet, and then we were not sure. It was just first time using it, so we would go from one room and my colleague will be in the other room, and we say, can you hear me? I'm on screen, can you see me? We check. I remember the learning. Many of us were like, we were struggle to learn because we were learning how to use the platforms. All right, now we got used to it, and more platforms to use now. And academic dishonesty, we've got plagiarism on check. With AI now, students have broad access to the internet, making it possible for them to copy someone else's ideas and not giving the proper credit. All right, cut and paste. Students acquiring wrong information. Students may acquire wrong information from unverified sources. With anything and everything on the internet, all right, sometimes not only our students, we forget that whatever we read may or may not be true. Just because it's written, it may not be true. We need to check the source. Okay, where did the information come from? What is the credential of the writer? Sometimes we forget. All right, technology gathered distracts students' attention. All right, yes, it's so true. We've got students coming to class with laptop, and on the laptop you have their WhatsApp messages, and they can actually seem to be listening to your class, but they could be just sending and receiving messages at the same time and talking, all right? In the traditional classroom, when we teach and we get students talking and we'll ask them to keep quiet, but then now, with the kind of technology that we have, we are not really able to detect, or whether we really do have the time. The ugly part of technology: decrease attention span. All right, it does. All right, for many of our students, especially when it's online classes, I hope you are still paying attention to this short keynote speech. All right, somehow, um, technology makes us decrease our attention span. All right, because you know why? Because we have access to other gadget. If we feel that we don't want to be listening to one form, we can turn our attention, although not our whole physical sense and elsewhere, but we can easily. All right, and also that comes from a reduced ability to focus, because we can multitask. We feel that we are able to multitask, but jack of all trade, master of none. All right, lower memory attention, because why? We feel that the technology helps us to remember the number on the hand, your mobile phone. All right, um, many of us do not even remember our loved ones numbers, because we have it on the save mode, and we do not click numbers, we do not press the numbers, we now press the name. All right, so we have lower memory retention. Distracted thinking, it will affect how we process information, because you see it, sometimes you may be uh, googling, or you'll be surfing looking for one information. This is what happens to me. You find one information, and suddenly that information leads you to another one, and then another one. Oh, yeah, you go to another one, but in the end you forget what we were looking for at the first start, so it affects the way you process it. And unfortunately for some of us, when we just touch and go information, you find out from here, a little bit of here, a little bit of here, a little bit of here, so the information becomes very shallow. You do not go in depth, because you feel that I know already. See, I can see the information. All right, and the last one is diminished memory. We don't use it much because we depend on the technology. You just click and you get what you want, so it can create digital amnesia. You don't remember for a while. Diminished memory. All right, okay, and because of that, um, uh, it might reduce analytical thinking, because whatever that we know, we just click. All right, the next one. So moving forward, learning in the digital age. So yes, there's a lot of room for improvement. All right, number one, if we are educators, we can improve our students' problem solving skills by leveraging technology and embracing a combination of critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration. We need to utilize digital technology and help our students become creative, and doing so can help to improve their critical thinking. Group work also via online learning, okay, virtual mode. Group work, anything to do with group work, they collaborate, and that also improve critical thinking. All right, includes understanding the problem. We must make sure that it includes understanding the problem. I know our students are very tempted to click for the answer to certain issues, certain problem, but we must have activities that make them understand the problem first. All right, and generating potential solutions, even if it's combining the potential solutions from online search and evaluating the options. All right, I think we should encourage that. Don't get used to just getting the answer from the internet and be satisfied with the first answer that you find. Compile them first, then generate the solutions, and then compare, evaluate, and then you can decide. So key strategies include embracing digital tools for collaboration, practicing problem solving through various methods, and developing a growth mindset to adapt and learn. B. Communication skill focus on clarity, conciseness, and active listening. I think with digital technology, with having devices with us all the time, we need to improve our listening. All right, adapt to evolving online landscape. Be mindful of the way we speak. All right, I hope I'm not too loud because I have a teacher's voice. All right, be mindful of the way we speak, because when it's online, you don't see the person. All right, choose the right channels for your message. Prioritize responding promptly. Emails, WhatsApp messages, promptly. Embrace visual communication. Utilize social media effectively. All right, not just to share gossips, but relevant information while maintaining professionalism and respecting digital etiquette. And integrity includes ensuring authenticity. You must check for authenticity, accuracy, and trustworthiness of digital information and system. In depth, all right. I like this cartoon. Are you concerned about the increase in artificial intelligence? No, I'm concerned about the decrease of real intelligence. Why problem skills, problem solving skills? Problem solving is crucial because it equips individuals with the skills to overcome challenges. All right, our students need to practice this. All right, we need to practice this. All right, we can't just get a solution, the first solution that we find online. We need to compare. All right, to overcome challenges, to achieve goals, foster personal and professional growth by enhancing critical thinking, decision making, and resilience. Problem solving skills, all right, we need to encourage them in our students, especially so during this virtual age. All right, okay. Enable individuals to identify the challenges, analyze the root causes, and develop effective strategies. Students increase their understanding about a topic. Problem solving promotes critical and creative thinking. If we can build that with our students, it becomes empowering to them. It helps students develop healthy relationships as they are capable of managing conflicts. You don't jump to conclusion, you analyze the problem and find possible solutions. All right, and therefore it can build better social skills. Students who learn problem-solving skills may see an improved ability to retain and recall information, specifically being asked to explain how they reached the solution. Next one, communication skill, how to improve it in this digital age. I think that is almost lacking in the communication in the digital age, yes, because I think it's done. AI can do many things for you. So we need to have activities to improve communication skills, maintaining positive relationship. Effective communication is important for maintaining positive relationship when with employees and customers when our students go out into the real world. Facilitating connectedness, cooperation, efficiency. Communication is critical in this digital age because it facilitates connectedness. All right, so improving our and our students' communication skills help to facilitate connectedness, cooperation, efficiency, inclusiveness, and creativity across a wide range of situations and stakeholders. Okay, preparing them for the real world. All right, breaking geographical barriers. We are doing it through this digital age. All right, we are talking to people across the world as if they're very nearby. But we must improve the way we communicate. All right, enhance collaboration and streamlining processes. Digital communication tools can enhance collaboration, streamline processes, and facilitate remote work. All right, building trust and credibility. Communication in the digital age. We need to meet. Video calls. Good communication are very important to improve relationship. All right. Strategies to enhance digital age. These are some of it. Okay, I'm just going to read through. Clarity and conciseness. We need to be clear and concise, short and sweet. Because during the digital age, people can't focus any when it's too long. So be very clear and concise. Active listening, we must practice that, all right? Okay. Adaptability, more changes will take place and we need to be able to adapt. To have empathy, because why? There's this screen, the camera between us, we don't actually feel empathy, all right? We need to practice that. Choose the right channel, all right? There are many different platforms. Embrace visuals, get used to it, all right? Prioritize responses. Be mindful of the tone when you speak. Practice digital etiquette. Your presentation matters. Your tone matters. Your non-verbal communication matters. All right, continuous learning. Leverage social media. Navigate video calls and seek feedback. Last one was principles of academic integrity for us academicians. Presenting your work and giving credit where it's due. We need to do that too, and we need to guide our students to do that. Trust, building trust with your peers, instructors, and academic community. Fairness, treating others equally and avoiding any actions that could give unfair advantages. Respect, value the contribution of others. All right, avoid plagiarism. All right, or any form of academic dishonesty is between you and what you do. Responsibility, taking ownership of your work and understanding the consequences of your action. You can no longer say, but I don't know. You need to take responsibility. Making ethical choices even when they are difficult. I found this and I like this. 5 elements of academic integrity: honesty, present your work honestly. Trust is two-way with our students. We trust our students' authenticity. We have ways to check whether they plagiarize their work, and they trust that we are going to be fair and objective. All right. And the third one is fairness. Everybody gets equal opportunity. Respect. Value the work of others, and responsibility, we take ownership of what we do. Nevertheless, as academicians, the world of digital technology has caused a big wave of change. Maybe for the young academicians, you may not truly understand this particular slide, all right? But I went through this, all right? Before 2000, if 2000 felt like just a few years back, 25 years ago, teaching was compulsory. You just go to class and teach, you prepare your class, even last minute, but it's face to face. Conference present last time was optional. All right, we use it to travel because not many people do that. All right, so it's optional. Journal writing is optional. All right, because we said that we have too much, we don't have enough time, we need to teach. And innovation in the classroom is definitely voluntarily. All right, maybe because it's just chalk and talk and the black green board. All right, so it's voluntary. There's not much innovation. Okay, you go to class and you teach. Now, teaching is called reflective teaching. You need to teach and you need to check on our students so that we can improve learning. In order to improve learning, we have to improve teaching. All right, with that will be, you have to be innovative in your teaching. And next one, conference, for many institutions is no longer optional, is criteria for end of year appraisal. Many of us are joining conferences, especially top priority is for the appraisal. Journal writing is compulsory for many academicians now, all right, and even promotion purposes. But I think it's end of year appraisal is also compulsory, all right, so it's no longer optional. No matter how busy they are, they need to attend conferences and they need to write, all right. And because of reflective teaching, you will come up with many innovative ways of teaching, and the innovative competition is now encouraged, and it becomes now for higher institution, for academicians, is a criteria for end of year and end of year appraisal. So I'm going through that. I went through that. All right. So now everything that was optional last time has become compulsory. So, how are we adapting to these changes? Congratulations for attending this conference. You are here. This is your adaptation, sharing our expertise and then getting more ideas from other experts who will present later. All right, let's recap our knowledge of theories related to digital technology. I always like to have a little bit of theories in my talks. All right, theories that support digital technology and learning. There are more, but I just pick a few, or else there will be too many slides. So I present the theories in the form of suggested area with guiding theoretical framework. Number one, all right? I like Albert Bandura's social learning theory. What is learning model in the digital age? Social learning theory. Bandura said in order learning to be complete, all right, okay, the students depend on their personal factors, all right, and when they depend on the personal factors, they learn and there will be a change in behavior, and then learning is also influenced by the environment. Previously, environment, long ago, environment would just be the classroom environment, all right, take care of the classroom situation. But now, environment factors in Albert Bandura's social learning theory could mean online mode, virtual mode, all right. So building on the idea that learning is a social process. So in the digital age now, it emphasizes collaborative online platforms, social media, digital communities. Students learn through observation, modeling, they watch you, and interaction with peers and education in virtual spaces. Albert Bandura's social learning theory posits that people learn by observing. They do, even through video conferences and imitating others, all right? Let's look at the next theory. Social constructivism by Vygotsky, all right? Vygotsky is famous for social constructivism, a learning theory that emphasizes that knowledge is actively constructed through social interaction. It says that a learner learns best when they are interacting, to social interaction and experience rather than passive learning. Key principles will be learning as an active social process, knowledge as a human product, and the importance of collaborative learning. So the principles of social constructivism are, which is related to digital age, knowledge is constructed through human activity. Yes, even through virtual. Reality is created jointly. It needs to be group work, collaboration. Learning is an active and social process. Individuals create meaning. Different learners create different meanings through interaction. So the guiding principles are two. Knowledge is constructed through human activity. Individuals create meaning through their interactions. Next theory. Connectivism by Simmons and Downs. All right. This is by itself, all right, without even trying to relate to digital age, is talking about digital age. All right. Connectivism has been offered as a new learning theory for a digital age. 4 key principles. Autonomy. Students want to feel like they have autonomy. Okay, they are responsible for their own learning. Connectedness. They want to feel that they are connected to the instructor, connected to the materials, and connected to their peers, even if they can't see them face to face. They need to feel connected. Diversity, different ways of learning, and openness. They are able to speak up. Within connectivism, learning occurs when peers are connected and share opinions. It allows a community of people to legitimize what they are doing. So knowledge can be spread quickly through multiple communities. Connectivity takes the view that knowledge resides outside of us. We learn more when we connect, all right, within the network of information. Next one. As this one, I think a lot of past studies, I see a lot of this. Online presence, all right? You can, the theory that in the online class, are the students satisfied with the teaching presence? How did the teacher teach? Did the teacher read as if they are reading a text? Is it monotonous? So they got to feel the teacher's presence even if it's not face to face. All right. Cognitive presence. Are there engaging activities and materials to make them feel that there is a cognitive presence within them? And finally, group work. Even in the online learning, they need to feel social presence, that they have their friends with them, even if it's video. All right. Next one, online engagement. All right. For higher education, when our students are learning online, do they have cognitive engagement? Do they have behavioral engagement? Did you give different types of activities to do? Is it collaborative engagement? Is it emotional engagement? Are they happy with what they're doing? Social engagement. All right. So theories that I think a lot of now there's a lot of game-based learning. All right. There are two. I'm going to just introduce a little bit two just this basic two first. All right. For those of you interested in game-based learning, all right. The theory will be cognitive learning theory by Sweller. It suggests that learners have limited working memory capacity, and overloading it. Too much information can hinder learning. So people introduce game so that learning will be light. So the load is not too heavy. All right. For example, according to Sweller, students have intrinsic load, extraneous load, and germane load. So the rest you can check later. All right. Read up. Very interesting. All right. And one more is self-determination theory by Daisy and Ryan. Alamak, sorry. Ryan. All right. Ryan there. All right. It suggests that intrinsic motivation for students to feel interested, they want to learn. It's autonomy. All right. Competence and relatedness. All right. Moving on. A little bit more before we end. Suggested area for research for digital technologies. I've suggested mirroring social learning theory in online learning. I've written some papers on some of these suggested future research actually. Social constructivism theory and how it affects online classroom. You actually map them. Explore connectivism in distance learning. Types of presence in virtual classroom. Is there engagement in online classroom? Exploring cognitive load in game-based learning. Exploring self-determination theory in game-based learning. Game-based learning and how it influences learning. Studies in virtual and augmented reality. I think some people are very interested in this. In classroom demonstrate positive impacts on students' learning, engagement, and academic performance. The list goes on and on. All right. So before I end, to wrap up, I have presented memory lane on teaching from the 1990s. I've presented a little bit on digital technology. I've talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly in digital technology. All right, and then I've suggested how we move forward in the digital age. And I've presented some theories that will support digital technology and learning. If you're interested to read up, to put in your literature review for your presentations. Suggested area for research for digital technology. So good luck everyone for this conference, and thank you very much for listening. Have a good day. All right.